Haters talking, but I don't even hear them.
What's going on, Double A Nation? I'm back with another video, and today we've got 3 NBA superstars that probably won't ever win a NBA championship by the time they retire. We're going to be looking at more specifically the best 3 players who I believe will not be able to show off a ring, and this is only assuming that the careers of these stars do not take an unexpected turn, like for example joining an already established team like the Warriors or Cavs, like Kevin Durant just did. Each player has their own reasons as to why they will probably retire without being a champ, so let's get into it. So the first player we've got here is Carmelo Anthony. Having spent 8 seasons with the team that drafted him, Melo eventually left the Denver Nuggets and joined his hometown team in New York, where he is going into his 7th season with the Knicks. Carmelo Anthony has never reached the NBA Finals, and the furthest he's ever been in the playoffs was the 2009 Western Conference Finals, where they lost to the Lakers in 6 games. The furthest he's been in the playoffs with the Knicks is the 2013 Eastern Conference second round, where they lost to the Pacers in 6 games as well. Having a career scoring average of 25 points per game, the stardom of Melo cannot be questioned, but it seems as though his individual talent will not bring his team a championship. Even with the new look team that New York has to offer, I don't think the Knicks will make it past the conference finals, and that itself is me pushing it far. In the end, I think Carmelo Anthony will be remembered as that loyal player who stayed in New York trying to help his hometown out. Unfortunately for him and the Knicks, that will mean no rings. The next player we've got on this list is the one and only Chris Paul of the LA Clippers, who is a top 3 point guard in my opinion behind Westbrook and Curry. In his 11 years in the NBA, in which he's averaging 18.8 points and 9.9 assists per game, he spent 6 seasons with the New Orleans Hornets and 5 seasons with the LA Clippers, going into his last season in LA before free agency. While with the Hornets, who are now called the Pelicans, he only went past the first round of the playoffs once, which was in 2008, where he lost to the reigning champions at the time, who were the San Antonio Spurs, in Game 7, having been 3-2 up at first. He also failed to make the playoffs 3 times with the Hornets. He then moved to the LA Clippers following the 2010-11 season, where he has made the playoffs in every single season, and in 3 of the 5 seasons, CP3 was able to reach the conference semifinals. In 2012, the Clippers got swept by the San Antonio Spurs. In 2014, they lost to the Thunder in 6 games, although some of the refereeing decisions towards the end of the series could be questioned, and most devastatingly, in 2015, after being 3-1 up in the series, needing only 1 win from the next 3 games to make the conference finals, they took a huge lead in Game 5, only to choke, and the Rockets were able to come back in Game 5 without starman James Harden, and then also won Game 6 and Game 7. That was the best chance CP3 had to even reach the conference finals, and now with KD joining the Warriors, it seems almost impossible that Chris Paul will win a ring. The final player we've got on this video who will probably not win a ring is James Harden of the Houston Rockets. James Harden is already an NBA runner-up, having lost the 2012 NBA Finals against LeBron's Heat in his last season as a Thunder before going to Houston to join the Rockets. Although we could argue that while the Beard was in Oklahoma, he wasn't exactly a superstar, having averaged just 12.7 points, 2.5 assists and 3.4 rebounds per game in his 3 seasons there. His numbers have improved significantly, and in the 4 years he has already spent in Houston, he's averaging 27 points, 6.6 assists, and 5.4 rebounds per game, which is impressive, and the fact that he consistently drops 27 points every night shows that he deserves his superstar status. James Harden has already been to the NBA Finals once, but that wasn't in his prime. It was when he was averaging 16.8 points, 3.7 assists, and 4.1 rebounds per game that season, and he had a very strong Thunder squad featuring stars like Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook and Serge Ibaka. In the finals, they lost in just 5 games to a strong Miami Heat team that included LeBron James, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. That was the closest James Harden had been, and most likely ever will be, to winning a championship, and just the season before last, he took his Houston Rockets team to the Western Conference Finals before losing to the Warriors in just 5 games as well. He is now stuck with a Houston Rockets team that is slowly declining and had just lost Dwight Howard, and just about made the playoffs last season as the 8th seed and lost to the Warriors in 5 games in the first round. Now with the Western Conference teams all improving, especially teams like the Timberwolves, Nuggets and Jazz, it's possible that the Rockets may not even make the playoffs next season. Well, that's all for today's video. There are your top 3 superstars who will most likely never win a ring. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.